The phone rang at exactly 2:17 a.m. Ethan Miller stared at the glowing screen, his heart suddenly pounding for no reason. No one ever called him this late. No one except. The caller ID showed a name that made his blood turn cold. Lucas Miller. His younger brother. Dead for 3 years. Ethan's breath became shallow. His fingers trembled as the phone continued to ring, the sound slicing through the silence of his small apartment in Portland, Oregon. Lucas had died in a car accident on Interstate 84. Closed casket. Funeral. Gravestone. Everything was real. And yet, the phone kept ringing. Ethan rejected the call. The ringing stopped. For 3 seconds. Then the phone rang again. Same name. Same number. A chill crawled up Ethan's spine. He grabbed the phone and answered before his courage vanished. Hello. At first, there was only static. A low crackling sound, like a bad radio signal. Then a voice whispered, "Ethan, why didn't you help me?" The voice was broken, wet, and unmistakable. It was Lucas. Ethan dropped the phone. It hit the floor, but the voice continued through the speaker. "I screamed your name. You heard me. Why didn't you come back?" Ethan fell to his knees, shaking. "This isn't real," he whispered. "I was there. I tried." The voice laughed softly. Not Lucas's laugh. Something darker. "You left me burning, brother." The call ended. The apartment was silent again, but Ethan's heart refused to slow. His phone screen lit up with a new notification. Voicemail received 2:18 a.m. With trembling hands, Ethan pressed play. The voicemail wasn't static. It was the sound of fire. Metal twisting. And Lucas screaming in agony. Ethan threw the phone across the room. That was the moment he knew something had followed him home. The next morning, Ethan skipped work and drove straight to the cemetery. Rain poured as he stood in front of Lucas's grave, staring at the stone like it might move. Lucas Miller, 1996-2023. Loving son. Gone too soon. "I'm sorry," Ethan whispered. "I swear I'm sorry." His phone vibrated in his pocket. A text message. From Lucas. "You should have died with me." Ethan stumbled backward, slipping in the mud. His chest tightened as memories flooded back, memories he had buried deep. The accident hadn't been an accident. That night, Lucas was drunk. Ethan knew it. Lucas begged Ethan not to let him drive. But Ethan was tired. Angry. He tossed Lucas the keys and walked away. The crash happened 6 minutes later. Ethan never told anyone the truth. That night, the calls started again. 2:17 a.m. Every night. Sometimes Lucas cried. Sometimes he screamed. Sometimes he whispered details no one else could know, things from their childhood, secrets, guilt, shame. And sometimes, the voice wasn't Lucas at all. One night, the voice said, "He's not alone down here." Shadows began appearing in Ethan's apartment. Dark figures standing just outside his bedroom door. Finger marks burned into the walls. The smell of gasoline followed him everywhere. Ethan stopped sleeping. On the 7th night, the call came earlier. 2 a.m. Ethan answered immediately. "What do you want?" he screamed. "I want you to see," the voice replied. Ethan's phone screen changed. A video started playing. Live footage. It showed the crash. But from inside the car. Lucas sat trapped, bloodied, screaming Ethan's name as flames crept closer. The camera moved closer to Lucas's face. Then Lucas looked straight into the screen. Into Ethan's eyes. "You walked away," Lucas said calmly. "Now it's your turn." The video cut out. A loud knock slammed against Ethan's apartment door. The lights went out. The knocking turned into pounding. Then scratching. Ethan ran for the door, but his phone rang. Again. Unknown caller. He answered without thinking. A deep voice spoke. Not Lucas. "Justice must be balanced." The front door burst open. The smell of fire filled the room. Dark, burned hands grabbed Ethan, dragging him toward the hallway as screams echoed from everywhere at once. The walls melted. The floor burned. Ethan screamed for forgiveness, for mercy, for help. No one answered. The last thing Ethan heard was Lucas whispering softly, "Now we're even." The apartment building burned down that night. Police ruled it an electrical fire. They found Ethan's phone melted in the debris. Call history showed one final outgoing call at 2:17 a.m. placed to a disconnected number. Lucas Miller's grave was found empty the next morning. And sometimes, if you're awake at 2:17 a.m., and your phone rings, don't answer. Because some calls are never meant for the living.